Simon here at the Hownhall shooting school with the long-awaited new episode of Targets. Now, today, the crosser. Quite a gnarly target today in the sense of it's quite fast, it's set out a distance, and it's edge on, okay? So I'm going to run through the different approaches and styles on how we hit that. Now, for anybody who's new to shooting, novice or, been in the game 6 months, the information is still valid, okay? And we'll keep touching on that as we go through. All I would suggest is that maybe you put the information into practice on a target that's a little closer and maybe a little slower. Find your style, find your groove, and then build out, and you will very soon and very easily be smashing targets like this. Let's take a little look at what we're going to try and shoot. So, the right to left crosser, let's take a look at it, and actually, is it a true right to left crosser? You tell me. Let's have a look. Pull, travelling out, starting to tail down a little bit from the midpoint. Let's look at another one. Pull. Coming out from the right, peaks, drops down. Now there's the interesting point. Right to left crosser. It's advertised on the card as so. But actually, before we get involved in process, style, timing and all that jazz, let's think about target reading. Understanding the flight and speed and direction of a target. Now, if you're novice and new to this, get into this now and enjoy it, because when someone sets a course, sets targets, trap setter, target setter, they're trying to catch you out with angle and line and speed. So what would be advertised as a right to left crosser is actually, it's fractionally quartering in, and it's actually got some drop on it as well. It's coming out flat, then it's tailing off, dropping down. So you've actually got two sort of areas of approach where you could kill the target. Joining both together could end up in you missing high left. So get into your mind now, even for intermediate shots, every day's a learning day. Look at a target. I sometimes imagine a sort of a plain white background and a black dot, and you think of that dot traveling. Is it starting bigger and getting smaller? Is it starting smaller and getting bigger? Is it staying the same size, arcing, straight, so on and so forth? Just sort of simplifying, so you get that sort of visualization of. From there, then you can tie in your stance, your style, and then of course, stand the best chance of connection. Here at Hownhall, and as you'll have seen on our episodes of Targets on our YouTube channel, we don't get involved with lead either. We don't like lead. Lead gets your eye looking where it shouldn't. It causes confusion. Muzzle speed is the way forward. So through understanding the line, the direction of the target, that will aid your style, and obviously then your muzzle speed in relation to, which hopefully all pulled together will end in, a beautiful connection and a broken clay. Now I'm going to get Jared to do something funky with the camera, change an angle. I'm going to load up a gun and let's see if we can smash a few of these crosses. Okay, overview of our crossing targets, and forgive us, I think the wind may have got up a little, so apologies if you can pick up on that. You'll notice I took these off. I can hear myself now, but if you are new to shooting, eyewear, earwear and head protection are absolutely imperative. Don't cut corners. So you've seen today with our crosser, our right to left, our fact of reading the target. I said that right at the beginning of the episode. Take a moment to understand the target first before you think of anything else. That right to left was actually a right coming out quite quick, edge on, and dropping to the left. So if we were to, put that on a clock face and think of a true right to left crosser being 3 to 9 o'clock, that thing's actually going 3, maybe dropping down to 8 o'clock. And that's where the trap setter, the course setter, will try and catch you out. Now, with that, the generics, of course, lining up on the kill point. So you've chosen your kill point, you've looked at the target, feet, gun lined up. Then you're going to pull the muzzle back to your hold point, eyes on the pickup, and away you go. Now, before I go into styles, and I have said this many times, but it is something I see all too often, and that is the mount. And I think Jared's now going to cut into a little version of, or a little quick take of, what I hope is looks like the perfect mount. But based on gun down, it's ensuring that stock comes up into the cheek and then the shoulder. Okay, same even if you're half gun down, and obviously if you're pre-mounted, get that in nice and tight first. I've said this many times, a shot, or 85% of a shot, is the mount. So get that right. You've got your stance, you've got your hold point, so on and so forth. Get it into practice, get it nice and tight. Timing also, that's imperative, and that comes into your style. Now, if you go back a few episodes in our channel, I think it's driven targets, there's a part B, and we caught really clearly there the 3 different styles, and it shows a muzzle in relation to the target, and it shows, not in this order necessarily, pull away, swing through, and maintain lead. And I say that for novices or people coming into shooting, just so you can understand those 3 styles. Some people use just one, some people favour one but sometimes use the others, some people use the whole mix. There's no right or wrong way, and you may find that you've naturally led to one style without knowing it, so it's good to understand. Think also about your timing. Now, another cutaway that Jared's going to put over this is the early shot and the later shot. So let's take the early shot. You can see this target shot quite quickly from out of the trap. You can see the other is where the gun is a wee bit slower, picking it up, coming away and taking the shot later. These are just 2 extreme examples to sort of, roll with the different tempos that people have. Shootings in 3s, see it, move, shoot, behind, through, shoot, whatever your style is. But some of us are slower, some of us are more reactive. One is not necessarily better than the other. The only one thing I would be mindful of is that you're not leaving a target so late that it becomes a slightly different target. All right, but let's not disappear down on that one. Just find your groove, find your tempo, get it nice and tight, understand your styles, get your mount in place, and then exercise. And like I said, veer back into the channel to see those 3 different takes on the target. Now, if you're new to this particular target, it's quite gnarly, it's quite fast, it's out there. If you're getting stuck on crossers, find something a little bit more sedate, something that really is flatter, that true 3 to 9 or 9 to 3. Indeed, practice both orientations, maybe something that's a bit closer, and hone the approach. And from there, incrementally, move up to bigger, faster and more awkward stuff. Remember, it's only the muzzle speed that's going to change, and the angles and the distance. All right, so it should be fun, it should be embraced, it should be enjoyed. It's all meant to be uplifting, not a sort of a negative challenge. This is our first day today with Jared. As I said earlier, he's the man behind the film, so I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. We've had a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave those comments as well. If there's stuff particular, related to this episode, I will answer. I've been a bit slow of late, but I will answer. And if there's something you want to see in the future, put those ideas in. If we haven't done it and we can do it, we certainly will, okay? But otherwise, stay really safe, stay focused, little and often with the practice, and who knows what will happen. We'll see you again soon.